Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the Black Man Start Nerd Lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Flo.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And we got a special guest with us today. It is a guest episode. Let's go, Ryan, Lord69 up in this building, and we back with another We back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. What's up, fellas?
How's everybody been?
Yeah.
Well, I've been gymming the whole week, trying to get in shape.
Gains, I hear that.
All right, I feel that.
Yeah.
I felt that oof too.
Yeah.
Today was ab and leg day. My stomach is killing me.
Oh, man.
Shit.
I also devoured 3 rolls of sushi, so I'm...
Yeah, I was just about to ask. It's got to be a balance.
Oh, bro, Sushi Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay, Sushi Thursday. All right, hashtag Sushi Thursday.
All right. All right. So on that mood, let's dip into Vibe Guys now. I want to ask how y'all weekends was.
What did I do in the week?
Question,
That's definitely a good question.
Keep flying by.
What was it? Bro, am I like 27 or like 67?
See?
It's not just you, bro. It's not
This
just
should
you.
be flowing.
What I say, if I can't remember the weekend, it must have been a good one.
True.
Oh, hello.
All right.
Oh, I went to Oktoberfest for my boy's birthday. Bro.
Oh, word?
Yeah, listen, I don't drink or anything. I had like apple and pear cider.
Nah, that should be hitting though. In Oktoberfest,
it did.
They must have that shit done good.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, I found the owners who make it and they could send like a 6-pack for like $18.
That sounds.
And then we went to, and this was like upstates, like towards your area, like Palisades around there. And then we took a trip to this like horror field of horror for like Halloween. I was not about that. You cannot catch that whatsoever. But the food over there they were serving was like
That's good.
That's what's
That
up.
sounds real nice.
Oh yeah. And then Sunday, I think it was just a lazy Sunday.
I
Just
feel that.
sports and lazy Sunday all together. You got I had the Giants at 1, the Rangers at 4, and then the Yankees at sub. So
there you go. So big moods all around. Shit, this sounds like a good ass weekend to me.
oh yeah, you could definitely say that.
Yeah.
How was your
co-host?
Oh, no, listen, my weekend, it was a lazy weekend. I was just recovering the whole week, and I didn't really do much of nothing. I enjoyed every bit of it.
Yeah, I think I felt that mood the same because I think it was the same with me. Other than hitting up Q for he made us chicken pot pie when me and Kenya went over there. But other than that, it was kind of chill for the most part.
bro? You gonna share some of that pot pie?
Yo, go ask the chef himself, man. He only made enough.
Hold on. Let's be real. I'm seeing you in a couple of weeks for the pay-per-view, so you got to bring some, bless me with a little, gift.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. That's right, because you guys are going to full gear.
Yes.
Nice.
That's really you can't make it, but let's family.
Yep.
Yeah. We're eventually gonna make it where it's all three of us finally going to a damn show somewhere.
We'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We will get there eventually.
Yep.
Listen, patience is a virtue. Can't deny that.
Yeah.
So, how was y'all work week then?
Man, listen.
Yeah. Work is work.
Yeah, work is always work, and the BS is always flowing.
Yeah, they definitely said that. No, I would say the week flew by. Not gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
But I'm doing good. I'm trying to pace myself, but I'm doing good.
Okay.
How about y'all?
Cool. For the most part, it's just been me and the trainee for the most part. I've been trying to train somebody for like the past 2 weeks, and they got that early. They just got work vibes where they all bubbly and happy, and it's the dichotomy between us that I'm like, yo, I'm already tired, and I don't have now.
There are little pockets of sunshine.
No, cut that shit. I'm that Black Panther. We don't do that over here.
the new fresh guy versus the grizzled beat down veteran.
Facts. Big facts.
You could definitely say that again.
I mean, speaking of that, co-host House. I mean, they've been wilding on you this week.
Man, this week has been rough. It's busy time, so a whole bunch of projects going on. I've been working it from beginning to end of my shift. Like I said, we'll get to Tuesday and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been a week.
At least you got a half day tomorrow, though.
I'm so happy for them half days.
Crawl into that last bit, man.
Yeah, them half days be saving lives.
Are you guys still working from home, or are you guys actually going out?
Nah, I've always been in the office. Ain't no work from home for me.
And me, I'm the opposite. I'm the one that's working from home.
Damn, Nick, you and I got to commute while this one literally rolls out of bed into his computer.
Yo, I literally do that.
Right.
I literally do that.
And that's definitely something. Sure. Side note, Ryan, did you see Black Adam yet?
Nah, to be honest, I wasn't really thrilled about seeing it. Like, it was, I wasn't like hype when they announced it, but it's one of those just like. But I essentially know what happened because my brother went. He told me about the end credits scene. So that's pretty much all I got.
I mean, to be honest, I don't even know if you could say like. I guess you can say spoiler alert for that because only due to the fact that like everybody's spoiling it. Like The Rock was from the first day was spoiling it out, and then when the big announcement was made, I didn't didn't even know they was tied in until I saw a ... from Black Adam. I'm like, all right, so everybody's just spoiling it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can spoil away because by the time this episode come out, it's gonna be like 2 weeks after the fact.
Yeah,
So
but I mean, Henry Cavill returned as Superman to we're gonna talk about it in reboot news later, but like this is now the DCU they're calling it, not the DCEU anymore. So I guess
wasn't it both? Isn't it
said
who you asked?
in the recent news when James Gunn and Peter Safran is officially taking over as co-CEO, they're calling it just the DCU now because they used to call it the DCU EU, like extended universe. So I don't know. So I guess that's what's going forward with this. I don't know.
I don't know if the E stood for episodic, like they were tied into CW, and I was like, that's gone. So
boy, I think that's just the TV universe.
Listen, if James Gunn is overseeing everything, hopefully he's good with terms with Kevin Feige. Maybe we get finally Marvel vs. DC.
Agreed. I mean, I got a mindful of that when we get to nerd stuff. But so does that cover everybody for their week of work and everything?
Yeah, but leave it up.
All right, so we're gonna switch into the second segment off the cuff. And this, I just wanted to ask you guys, so how do you guys feel so far about Phase 4 Marvel overall? Like, for everything that you guys have seen so far, even if you're not, like, totally caught up, how do you feel about Phase 4 Marvel, especially now that we see the end point here with, like, the epilogue with the Guardians Christmas special and Wakanda Forever?
Well, all right, I didn't see the trailer for Guardians special, but after watching the AntMan Quantumania trailer, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be I think that's going to be the kickoff Phase 5.
Yeah. You know the ironic part? It's just, wait, are we allowed to?
Yes.
Yeah, we unfiltered. Go ahead.
All right. No, I just wanted to make sure. No, but what's going on? Ant-Man actually comes out on my birthday. My birthday's on Friday this year.
So we out, y'all. So we out, right?
We're gonna go see Ant-Man? Okay.
Yeah, I remember hearing it's like, oh my god, nice birthday.
Facts.
No, but I tell you one thing. I'm very excited for whatever's happened with Phase 5. Yeah. Nah, it's Ant-Man looks like a phenomenal movie.
Oh yeah, upgrade from the other two. Yep.
Well, listen. The other two were just a different type of Ant-Man.
Like, I think those were more jokey for sure.
Exactly. I was just about to say, like, it was more comedic, but when you see Kang walking up that little, like, whatever that was, and he starts talking, bro, I got chills now.
Bro, like, everybody's talking about the way how he said Ant-Man. They said he said Ant-Man so epic, it feels like more important than ever before.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just the bass in his voice, he's like, I need your help. And you're like, it sounded like he was calling out Batman.
I'm like, listen, hey, whatever works. And I'm like, okay.
Hey, I mean, that's a nice strong for the start of Phase 5, since everybody, like, if you check anywhere online, a whole bunch of people is always complaining about Phase 4 and the restarting period that I feel like it always was.
Yeah, obviously, because think about how you came towards the end of Phase 3. So
yeah, with Endgame,
they were gonna have to reset at some point, and so Phase 4 is probably that part where, like, okay, we're gonna start getting all those pieces together for the. So this is like a little down slow, little middle part, little valley before we go back up Phase 5.
I think it's a mixture of both. COVID was definitely a thing for like a hot minute while they were still recording, and they still had to keep on a time schedule. A lot of stuff had to, be worked around. And then on top of it, they're resetting and introducing so many people and so many situations that they're gonna have to tackle like later on down the line for it to be like even more epic by the time we hit like Phase 5 and Phase 6. So like these are just the groundwork stuff, but nobody wants to have patience.
Exactly. Like everyone had patience for the first three,
which was like 10 to 12 years of making this stuff. Like, guys.
Yeah. Like, what was it? The first, was the Hulk? No, the Iron Man came out like what?
2008. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hello, 10 years. Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
But everybody got no patience now. It's like,
that's what I'm saying, man. Especially with all the social media we got, they all complain about every steps of stuff, and I'm like, all right, but when you come around for that Secret Wars, you're gonna realize that all that time putting together was actually for a purpose.
Speaking of Iron Man,
I think I know where you're getting at.
Right? How long you think till we see Robert Downey Jr. back in the suit?
Secret Wars at max. I don't see Robert showing up in anything else unless it's like peak, and I think it's got to be Secret Wars. They're gonna hide that until like all hell breaks loose stuff. They're gonna wait for like a big moment, just like how we all was yelling when Cap finally got the ham, because they was cooking that up since the second Avengers movie.
True.
Yeah, and that show. I remember watching the second Avengers. Is he gonna say this? He's gonna say, he's like, nah.
I mean that's a huge payoff type wait and see moment.
How long was it? 3 years in the making? 4 years in the making?
What was it? Age of Ultron was 2015.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, 2015, and then Endgame came out 2019. So yeah, about like 4 years. 4 years of cooking that thought in your mind, and that they never like talked about it again after Thor saw him like in shit. So it was always in the back of your mind, and then to save it for like the down 5 minute last minute moment of him fight. Yeah, that was big pop.
Damn.
Facts for real.
I
Definitely.
gotta say, it doesn't even feel that it was 4 years.
I know, right? See, that's what we talking about with patience. Everybody was yelling at everything that happened like this year, and I'm like, you know how long we gonna cook stuff?
Yeah, and think everything got pushed back.
How long did we have to wait between Infinity War and Endgame? A whole year.
Oh yeah, yo, I'm still on the bank that I feel like I wish they didn't drop like any trailer. I feel like for Endgame, they should have just had like the date and then called it a day.
You know what? That is actually a good point.
The way how they ended Infinity Wars, it's not like you wasn't gonna come back for Endgame. Just drop a date, be silent, drop a date, and we was all coming back.
Well, that's a note for future reference.
See, if Kang Dynasties ends the same way as Infinity Wars did, and leaving us all like jaw on the ground, like shocked and shit like that, and just drop a date and call it a day, man, that's how you get the hook. Nobody experienced shit like that, like a movie like Infinity Wars at the end where everybody was yelling, "That's it."
Yeah,
right.
So I'm gonna say a little hot take or just
go ahead. Oh, we appreciate hot takes.
So I just spit bullshit all the time with my brother about like kind of topics, and both of us agreed that if you had to rank the Avenger movies, just strictly Avenger movies, the first one is obviously number one because it set everything up. Yeah. Or there's argument made for Infinity War as the best one.
Oh yeah, because of the villain ending and how you felt by the end. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I've never had a movie like that.
Exactly, because you had a snap, but you never knew what was gonna happen.
They never gave us a date. Even the dickhead sign that they put at the end, they said Thanos will return. Not Avengers, not nothing. Everything was dropped. The only kind of hope we had was Captain Marvel, and at that time we didn't even see the movie, so we didn't know anything about Captain Marvel yet.
Right, your doggone page with the little symbol. I'm like,
yeah, we didn't know who the hell that was.
So yeah, like regardless of what happened in Infinity War, Endgame, with like all the callbacks and like, going back time and all that, nothing will ever top the moment Thanos snapped and
you saw everybody dusted because you wouldn't believe how many people was dying, like legit just straight die.
Yeah, and then all the only people that were left are the original Avengers, like
which is peak. That's when you started at first when you saw everybody dying in Infinity Wars, you're like, oh okay, but then when you start to realize it left the original Avengers around, you're like, damn, that's crazy.
I was like, Mr. I don't feel so good. I was
when they took out Spider-Man.
Bro, my theater was like, no,
bro,
son, no. We was hollering the second Chadwick Boseman Black Panther started dusting away. We was like, no way, no.
Nah, I think my theater was more for my theater was more for Spider-Man than Black Panther.
Well, yeah, because Spider-Man, I mean, just in general.
Homie was literally just came back for a cup of coffee and that's it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yo, Black Panther started dissipating. I was like, you know what? I can't take no.
Yeah, we was all Okoye because she started hollering. We was like, oh shit, what's happening?
I don't remember vividly. Was there like a sound or you saw the emotion? That's it.
I feel like either there was like a slight scream, but they was like moving towards everything so fast, and then just everybody just started blipping away. Like you saw even Bucky started like his arm fell off, and then he started dusting away, and you like, oh my god, what's happening?
In that moment, Thanos became public enemy number one.
Oh, 100%. I've never seen such rampant hysteria in a movie theater. We did saw it that night that it dropped, and we all got up out of our seats, and we didn't know what else to do. By the time niggas was leaving the theater, we was like, oh my god.
Like we just saw somebody in a Thanos costume. Get him!
Yeah, midlife crisis situation shit. Niggas came in to like clean up the garbage, and they was looking mad stunned at everybody. Like it was like, is anybody leaving? And we didn't know what to do.
Was there a post? Oh yeah, there was a post. I think
that was the Captain Marvel part, because that's when we finally saw Nick Fury after a while, and then he realized everybody was getting dusted, and we got that scene that looked like it was out of The Incredibles where the plane was coming down, and it looked like Frozone was asking for the super suit.
No, well, both Sam Jackson right there.
Exactly. So they played off that, and then he called Captain Marvel right before he got dusted.
And he says his signature thing is like, what the?
Yep.
Mother. What a perfect key ending, and then just the sign off. Thanos will return. Come on.
Oh, let me ask you this: if you guys are eventually, when y'all have kids, are you gonna make them wait a year, or are you gonna do this shit right one after another?
Oh, you mean watch the movies?
Yeah.
Oh no.
They waiting. They waiting. It don't gotta be a whole year, but they gonna wait some time to just mosey over that situation. Like, so what happens next? You know,
Oh no, listen. They'll find a way. They're gonna forget you. So we're probably just gonna watch it because they'll find a way regardless.
Wi-Fi turned off.
They'll find a way.
You sign into your Disney Plus and you see continue watching Infinity Endgame.
Right?
Avengers Endgame. It's like, who the fuck was watching it?
Like me and my friend was watching it at his house. Like, see, they gonna find a way.
Yeah. I can lie to you. I can lie to you, but you can't lie to me. remember who's the father here.
Yeah, they gonna come in. They gonna come in. Why you trying to make me wait for that?
Come on, son. It's stress. It's the stress.
Oh yeah, it could be a good time for us then.
Oh, facts. I mean, by that time, we looking at like probably Avengers 9.
Oh, I don't even know what I honestly have no idea what they can realistically do.
Going past Secret Wars, I have absolutely no clue. Well,
unless they're gonna go with Galactus.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. It's so big as a Secret Wars. We already hit like multiversal stuff, so I don't know if a guy eating planets is gonna seem lower stake at that point. I don't know.
But it's good to have a little unknown too.
True. Yeah. I mean, it's depending on what we doing and where we bringing in this X-Men, because they ain't talking about the X-Men in between any of this time.
And that's good. I'm actually good that they're not talking about them right now.
Yeah. So it could X-Men. You could be dealing with X-Men snippets. Like after all.
Yeah, they're dropping little hint snippets of it. Like if I don't know, like was it She-Hulk? Kind of computer. So you saw like a man with like steel claws.
Mm-hmm. And then Miss Marvel dropping the damn theme at the end and showing off stuff like that. Yeah. And then we hearing already Namor is officiated as the first Mewtwo, stuff that like we getting little inkling stuff that
little speckles.
Yeah.
Sprinkles.
That all together.
I wonder if they're gonna re-branch out the TV show.
I don't think they're gonna have a mixture between the turn of the cartoon. I don't know if they want to make animated. I heard an idea that somebody said that the special presentation they've been doing now with the holidays and stuff like that. Somebody was talking about they should do that bit by bit, like for the important Nexus. They have like hour-long specials. They can go and focus on it.
Okay, that wouldn't
instead of
too
like
bad.
a whole movie to introduce them, and then just you're already like acclimated them into the MCU, so we could just move on into like together at that point.
Okay. Yeah, they can do something like that, right?
Yeah.
Seeing Logan and Holiday Spirit is going to be one of the funniest shits ever.
Yo, son, can we talk about friggin' they were saying Hugh Jackman was he had those replica claws somewhere in his house, and they was calling him because they said after he watched Deadpool, he regretted all that he did in Logan. He was like, I want to go back, I want to get it back. And then all the time that Ryan Reynolds was making all those jokes about bugging Hugh Jackman to come back, apparently it was reversed. Hugh Jackman was blowing up Ryan's phone for like a long time to get this shit cooking.
Like I said earlier, patience is a virtue and something.
Yeah, man.
Listen, sometimes
he said, I'm back. I'm ready for that movie for sure.
The claws holding Norman Osborn and Green Goblin.
Yeah. Come back to me, Logan.
Maybe this wasn't the best movie.
He said, yo,
hey,
y'all can enjoy Logan, but best believe I'm coming back to get my bread. Shit.
The end credit scene to Deadpool is like probably one of the funniest things.
Oh,
one
yeah.
of the funny end credits ever. Him going back in time, like
to handle all that shit.
Shooting Ryan Reynolds, Brad Pitt.
So he's like, I'm sorry.
Yo, for real.
Nah, that's so all right. So we closed the book on the Cuff situation, and we're gonna shift more to the nerd reboot news. So we already talked about Black Adam in general, but co-host, just in general, you want to give your idea on review overall of how you felt about Black Adam?
Listen, I came in really with no expectations, so I didn't look at none of the critic stuff, and honestly, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, I came in there just to watch, The Rock destroy shit and have a good time with it, and we was both laughing, and I saw Rock wild on people, so yeah, I had a good time. It was very enjoyable. So after critics,
yeah, the sarcasm was hitting, the jokes were hitting, and like I said, it was an enjoyable movie for me.
The Rock's aura is too strong. Even like him playing stoic is just still bodying shit, man. He's just too charismatic.
Yeah, man. So it was just like,
and
it was a fun movie.
Hashtag me and you, bro. Man, too funny.
Look, Ryan just chilling. Like Ryan be chilling. Like, I'm going walk into my car. They pick up your car and chuck it.
Oh my god,
Ryan's like, son of a man.
Hey, yo, I'd be so mad if it's a superhero you don't expect to have super strength and they just throw in your car. Like, what you got? How is that? It's not even the Hulk. It's Hawkman. What is Hawkman throwing my goddamn new truck for?
Ryan over here screaming, it was this big ass rock right here.
The bold is right here. You just had to throw my last payment truck? Like, come on, bro. I just finished paying off.
Let me ask you this. Is it a real superhero movie if the throwing car is not involved?
True. But at the same time, you could throw something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, imagine you just coming off for shift for work and you go into your car. You might like, yeah, I'm getting out of here. Then you see your car flying overhead past you.
I'm still mad if it's a superhero you don't expect to have super strength. Like, there's a giant guy over there. You expect him to throw that shit. But you're not really expecting a nigga Hawkman to have super strength.
Ryan looking to see who threw his car. He see Hawkman. He's like,
me and you.
Whose bad is this? Like, so when can you throw a car?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, if I was outside, I was like, okay, maybe it's the Hulk or Iron Man in the Hulk buster suit. Okay, but Hawkman chucking Mike in truck?
Bro, he's like, first my truck. Yo. And then he's like, yo, bro.
You gotta calm down with that shit. You fly and you have a mace. What are you throwing trucks for?
Listen, you gonna be flying me back to work until they give me my car.
Yeah, that ass. I have you on the contract loophole now, bro. You taking me shit. I'm in the private jet now. You taking me in a private jet to work?
Like, my insurance don't cover the car being flung.
That ass. Which, I mean, come on. There gotta be superhero insurance by now, guys.
Well,
nobody's said anything in any of the shows or movies, so
crazy.
Listen, we live in Gotham City now. Probably that's probably the premium insurance, but
oh, come on. Gotham needs to have like every kind of silly occurrence, plant damage, friggin' clown damage, every kind of damage, man. Frost damage.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm trying to claim. He's like, yeah, what's the claim for? Some clown decided to blow up my car. All right, thank you for your march. Just let me get some info and we'll give you a call back.
Yo, we'll hook you up to the Joker line.
Yeah. And then you hear him laughing. He's like,
that ass.
Look, you call in, you get the whole music. We're experiencing higher than normal call volumes.
Oh my god. Is your problem 1 for Penguin, 2 for Mr. Freeze, 3 for Joker, 4 for Poison Ivy, 5? Is that a new villain?
Like other.
Oh my god.
To repeat these options, press pound. Please press pound.
Oh god.
Like, sir, who caused your damage? It was the hero.
Which one?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We don't have any coverage about that. Goodbye.
Oh, Superman done flung your car. Just put it on his tab.
Sir, you gotta take that up with them.
How am I supposed to get to the Justice League Watchtower? They're in space. Well, that's a
hold on, I'll transfer you.
OD Batman pick up the phone. Was a what? Are you gonna pay for this?
Who is this? Where is
Listen, Superman said to call you and you was gonna take care of it. He's like, hold on, please.
Who is we?
Like we or just me? We?
Nah, man.
He asking Justice League, with Superman.
I'm telling you, Batman gonna be out here trolling. He gonna be like, this ain't Batman, this is Patrick.
He's like, he done bankrupt Wayne Enterprises.
Oh my god, bro! I was sipping my tea. I almost had a spit take. Oh my god, that was good.
Nah, man, this shit's crazy. All right. Let's continue on with the news. So like I was saying before, the DCU is born, and it's no longer the DCEU. So they're finally experiencing majority of their first major win since like March of this year because of all the fusions that have been happening with DC. That's just hurting everything so far. So we got new co-CEOs with James Gunn and Peter Safran. So I mean, big ups to them. Like Ryan was saying earlier, we have a possibility of, if James Gunn, because James Gunn and Kevin Feige has a good relationship, and we got Guardians 3 coming out in I think May, right?
Someone answered the Smallville theme. They answered the Smallville theme.
They finally saved them, and it's an ironic thing because what was it? James Gunn did Guardians 1, and then all that old tweet shit happened. He got fired like right around Guardians 2 dropping. Then he decided to work with DC. He gave them their best movie with Suicide Squad and The Peacemaker, which one of their best series on HBO Max. Amazing start to this year. And then he goes back to Marvel, drops them a couple things to finish up with Guardians of the Galaxy, and then comes to DC to head up their whole competition. That shit crazy. That's a storyline. That's a wrestling storyline.
Crazy how you can tie back wrestling to a lot of things, right?
Oh yeah, always. We always do that. We always do that.
Always.
Wrestling's in everything.
Oh, yeah.
Always a good storyline. But yeah, so we got James Gunn and Kevin. They good. Kevin said he'd support him in whatever he does going forward. So I mean, maybe one day, after all the Secret War stuff, we talking about what could be next. Possibly DC versus Marvel collision one day. Who knows?
Get a little cross-brand stuff going.
Yeah, I mean, by the time Secret Wars come out, DC might be out the mud.
Right? Nick Fury, like, I can't believe I gotta do this.
Shit, Nick Fury getting caught. Oh, speaking of that, we got Secret Invasion coming up too sometime next year.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that shit gonna be crazy with all the scrolls in y'all. Nah, even when you stop thinking about with the heat Marvel got heat. That's why you kind of low-key always just want DC to try and catch up. 'Cause damn, Marvel just on different playing fields when it comes to like fire content.
Imagine Nick Fury putting up the bat symbol.
Nigga, I would lose my... Yo, we keep that in mind for like, what, 2027? When we see that and we be like, nah, this is wild.
Yo, imagine Nicolas face like, yo, I can't believe I gotta do this.
If anybody we was just talking about Infinity War, to anybody who would like do that, it would be Nick Fury. This motherfucker.
Right?
That or the bat signal.
Don't probably been. Homie has the right to. He's been chilling in space probably the whole time.
That too. He's in space. Oh my God. Odie open a multiverse. He goes through. Bam. Just out in space. Superman just pull up and then boom.
Yeah. There's so many interesting avenues that can be had with how things are right now. Yeah.
Yep. And honestly, at the end of the day, I just want Peacemaker season 2 as well.
Bro, I didn't finish.
Ooh, speaking of that, do you think at some point you see a bring John Cena as the Peacemaker into that universe?
He's already there. I mean, where he left off, he was already there. Especially when we was watching the Black Adam movie, they made all them references. They're honestly in the same. They're there in the same universe.
So I'm just waiting for him to pop up in the movie capacity.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean. Will they bring him into the movie capacity?
Bro, we're gonna have Rock versus Cena Part 3.
Oh my God, in the movie theater. And if we merge with Marvel, I mean that's Drax. That's Drax right there, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Wrestlers taking over Hollywood for sure, right there, man.
The NWO for life.
Bye. All right, so moving on to different news. So did you guys all see that? I think yesterday was the big Hollywood premiere of the Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So that was a big thing out there. The big premiere, everybody seen it. A lot of people saying, high regards, high marks and stuff like that. They even got friggin' Rihanna singing. She gonna drop the memorial song for Chadwick Boseman tomorrow. Like everything is working plus for this movie and the end of Phase 4. So at least they ended super strong with everything, emotions and movies and everything all together.
Oh yeah, be a good one.
With all the emotion going through our movie, there's only one thing to save it. And you know what that is? The power of positivity through the new day.
Yo, son, that was a night. Yo, I loved everything about that shit. Yo, and when Trinity got everybody to do the damn cuff it dance, yo, what had me dying was looking in the back and saw Biggie went to the wrong direction in the beginning of the dance every time, and I was like, that is ultimate Biggie, right?
Yo, I loved it. Yo,
I love it so much. Marvel bringing homies together all together. I love
it. About that.
Yeah.
I'm with DC. Fucking nobody wants to be there.
I don't know.
Except for The Rock.
2023 might be a good year for DC. So I don't know. 2023 might be a good year.
Because they definitely don't want to hear nothing about no 2022 anymore. They want to see the 3 at the end of that and just follow up.
Like December 31st can't come fast enough for DC.
Yep. All right. So next on the news, we got so as we was talking about from before, all that information about that Bayonetta situation that we was talking about last week with the video game, that shit done backfired on the lady. Everybody dropping podcasts blaming that lady after her situation. So if you didn't know about it from before, the old voice actor for the Bayonetta games was talking all that higher fight shit, talking about boycotting the new video game. That's dropping officially tomorrow as we're recording. So it's dropping on 10/28, and the reviews is flowing. The game is fire. The new voice is great. Like everything is falling around for that lady. And at last minute, she reneged. She was talking about she was only getting $4,000. They went right into the information. They found out she was getting $4,000 every session. So she was getting paid way more than that. Everything is falling around. And then she dropped a tweet talking about she want to put it all in the past after having everybody pull up their pitchforks and shit like that, messing with other people's money. Like it's a messy controversy after that.
Yeah, she tried to get over it and like
it didn't work. Them tears was not working, man.
Like you tried to thought you was going strong arms them and try to get sympathy to try to get more money. I'm like, listen, you're a business person. If you made an agreement, at first fundamental rule of business is on your agreement.
Yeah, and she was the one talking about all the credentials she got and everything. So it's like, I mean, if you showed off your credentials, I'm pretty sure they taught you how to do business. So what happened? Why they strong arm?
She not new. This not her first rodeo.
It ain't. I don't know. So that's her business. So switching going forward. Did you see the thing that was going around that this Sunday's episode of The Simpsons is going to be anime style? They're going to do some Death Note stuff.
I've heard rumblings and I've seen little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, so this is another one that we always talk about with anime taking over things. The Simpsons is going to have an episode like dedicated straight off to Death Note for their, Treehouse of Horror honorary episode that they do every Halloween time. So they chose anime style and the whole style looks completely different. I don't even think they're even yellow anymore. It's like a whole bunch of this.
I think I saw this one person, like one character is like yellow and the rest are like different. I'm like,
well, there you go. So So I mean,
I didn't realize.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a different episode altogether. That's gonna be something to watch because everybody's got their eye on that, especially the animation style is crazy.
Maybe if that succeeds, maybe Family Guy's all,
Probably.
If you gotta rate those like adult cartoons, you probably think like Family Guy and top 1 and 2 with the South Park creeping up rate.
I agree, and then it's funny because it looks like this season is more trending than ever because they're dropping some interesting episodes. Like a couple weeks ago, Simpsons had that theories episode where they took all the fan theories of what some characters were and they just like threw it out in an entire episode of episodes that are like interesting case, and then that shit blew up all over Twitter where everybody was wondering, like I think one of the children was a secret cop that was actually like 40 years old who had a whole family on the side, and I think it was Ralph who was like a kid or something.
Yo, it's wild to think the Simpsons has been around 30 plus years.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Aren't you like that age?
We can talk about that right now. They talking about me right now.
Nigga threw a whole old man shade down.
But yes, I feel a type of ways about that just thinking about it.
No hard feelings. No hard feelings.
We all good. But between that and then the Family Guy episode that everybody was talking about with the freaking Peter eating coochie and shit like that shit trended like a motherfucker last week with the whole extra sound effect. That shit was funny.
Yo, Peter was like, I was like,
just
Peter.
eat it. Yeah, just eat it. Yo, that shit had me dying. So hey, they are both camps have proved that when they actually give a fuck about their episodes and drop something, then they could get it trending. They could get the conversation going about their shows again. So hey, never lowball, the greats. They was on top and they've been here for a long time for a reason.
Yeah, it's crazy how you think like what is 99 essentially like 25 years, would be a little bit more.
Yeah, with Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy is crazy how they can still produce like new season after season. So much like they actually have content for it. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they was canceled. They was brought back. There was a whole bunch of different history that's happened, different animation styles and shit like that. It's so crazy.
Oh yeah, you could definitely see that by the times of
definitely
like season 1 to now.
My sister used to have it on DVD, and we used to watch them old episodes when there was just straight lines, like drawn pencil lines.
Yeah, it's wild. You think of the animation, you think of the scenarios that they've gone through of whatever relevant issue or things that are going on at the time. You just watch them, it's like, oh.
But yeah. So continuing on the news, like we were saying before, you said you didn't watch the Christmas trailer for Guardians of the special that they got, right?
Yeah, I did. But I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, go ahead. I'll watch it.
No, co-host, did you see it?
No, I have not seen it yet either.
Okay, so just in general, to give you a layout, it's just they were talking about I think after the last trip that Peter took to Earth after like the whole events of Endgame, I guess they said that he's missing the Christmas season. I think it's more of a movie focusing on Drax and Mantis, and they're trying to bring up Peter's Christmas spirit. So they're going on Earth. I guess I can see the special being done like on a double-edged sword because they're trying to fix up with Peter and Earth, but it was probably like COVID restrictions to keep it as small as they can. But yo, Groot is mad swole, so he's starting to look like Vin Diesel. Like when he in the Fast and Furious series, they bring in Cosmo, Rocket is there. I think they might look for, a lot of people are theorizing that they might look for Gamora in this series to set up Guardian 3. And then Drax and Mantis are trying to get Kevin Bacon, like legit Kevin Bacon for Peter.
No, that I saw the clip.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. They're chasing him through the streets and shit like that. Like he's like they end up to his house, and it's so funny that it's literally saying introducing Kevin Bacon. So like Kevin Bacon's part of the MCU, like him just being himself.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you: is Kevin Bacon part of the MCU, or is MCU part of real life?
Well, there you go, because they're always talking about the 6 degrees of separation with Kevin Bacon. So there you go.
Yo,
that shit, wow. So I mean, just it's like actors being themselves in the MCU just sounds so funny.
Yeah, for real.
Tim cameos it differently.
So my question is, was he blipped? Because they're gonna have. I want them to answer that right off the bat. They was like, maybe that's why he got like high security now, or he's mad paranoid because he got blipped for like 5 years and couldn't do movies and came back. He was like, what the fuck?
You know, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
See, that's my whole concept. Every time I think of anybody after Endgame, I'd be like, did you get blipped or were you around for those years that they had to restructure?
He's like, well, what happened was.
Well, what happened was. That's how old good stories start. Well,
exactly. All right, boom. So Start it off, Bacon.
Right, tell us. Give us the info. Give it up.
Yep. All right, but yeah, just as usual, Marvel be up on their stuff, all the content like we was talking about before with Ant-Man and Phase 5. Everything looking booming. We putting pieces together and stuff in place that, I mean, we all got to be excited to see, you know, the advancement of the stories going straight into Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. So those are the big things we had.
You know, I still remember seeing that little clip that was leaked from like San Diego Comic-Con or like D3 when Kang's talking, and it was like you see that Ant-Man's like completely beat up and like scared.
Yeah,
and he's like, "You're an Avenger, I'm a conqueror, bro." That clip, that 2-second clip.
I heard they was also saying, he was saying, "Have I killed you before?" And I was like,
that's what I remember. Like,
shit.
I think it was like either or. I forgot exactly what. Like,
I think there was multiple sides of that shit, and I remember what you was talking about. I remember another line on top of that. So I'm like, yo, this shit gonna get crazy. I think legit, like, Scott about to be the first dude out of here.
Homie's about to experience a real fight. Now
his movie finally started getting serious, and he getting dusted out of here. Damn, that's a damn shame. They packing the ant up.
He's gonna be joining Anthony in the.
Oh no! Damn, dusted them all together. That's crazy. But yeah, so we got some more news. You guys have seen the Cobra Kai Power Ranger toy collab finally?
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, I want more colors. Don't give me just Daniel and Sam in the white pink and the putty Cobra Kai style in the skeleton outfit. Like, give me more colors. You know, co-host, we've been talking back and forth all this shit about the different Cobra Kai collabs with the Power Rangers. It's like they're setting it up right there, man. Just make the call. Since Netflix want to do their own Power Rangers series, like straight up, just different from everything else, just make the call to the Cobra Kai kids. Let's go.
Well, obviously Hasbro is paying attention, so
yes. I mean, from the selfie series where you could, take a photo and put yourself in the whole costume, and then the Cobra Kai X Power Rangers toy just dropped out of nowhere. It's like, all right, so you guys was thinking the same way we was thinking for a while to put this together then.
Come on, Kreese needs to roll up in that Lord Zed fit.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Shit, what's the collabs you'd like to see, Ryan?
Oh, I'm trying to remember if I even heard something about it, to be honest.
Oh, you didn't see?
I'm trying to think. It's like, because, bro, we sent
shit, I'll send you another link on it, man. They got,
bro,
Cobra Kai toys.
I sent so much shit to you guys, and like it's vice versa, bro. I cracked the hell.
Oh no, especially when you're involved with so many group chats, bro.
Oh, definitely, yo. We just all the stuff you flying.
And then we got to figure out if it's on Instagram or is it in the messenger.
Yo, thank God, no, we don't got a texting group chat because that's just gonna be worse.
Lord.
Oh man, that
bringing me back to college where we was all using the group chat app and that shit was blowing up all the time. Like, nah.
No, not today.
No.
Like mute.
Yeah, constantly, especially after you finish a group project or something like that.
But good times, good flashbacks, good times.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I got tired about these people.
Come on, once the project done, you done.
Tell me how you really feel.
Mm-hmm. They all cut it off too, so we all gone.
Oh, that's the game.
See, exactly. So, we also got
the group chat still be popping though.
Exactly.
If it's the right.
Exactly.
But yeah, so we got also coming up. I think in January, they're dropping a new Darkwing Duck comic. So at least we got more cooking up towards the possible reboot of the cartoon coming soon. Hopefully.
Saying something about that because I don't remember.
I posted it, but I don't think I sent it into. But yeah, they got they said they put out the new synopsis, so we are definitely getting a new Darkwing Duck comic book just general for 20.
All right, I'm gonna take a peek when I get a chance.
Yeah, definitely excited about that. And then we got co-host, did you see anything about they dropped the Sasuke manga?
Hold on, the woo was looking for. I think they were looking for Ryan, so I had to tell them he's not here. I go woo. I'm like, he's not here.
Oh shit.
But go ahead.
Yo, you seen the you seen that they dropped the Sasuke manga?
No, I hadn't.
So they dropped an original Sasuke. I think it was off the light novels that they were working on, but they dropped a manga on Sasuke, and automatically this shit dropped out of left field without much pomp and circumstances. But they dropped the manga, and it's already destroying Boruto on read sales, and it just dropped Saturday. It dropped it defeated all of the Boruto chapters. It's done over mad people have read it over constant manga series that's out today and stuff like that. So it's proving a fact that Sasuke is overtaking shit and Sasuke's big bossing it. So that made them have to think and rethink the strategy for Boruto. It's looking kind of dicey for Boruto in general.
It's so funny that you bring that up because I started watching Naruto from the beginning, and I got all kinds of thoughts. I got updated thoughts on the third. Sasuke.
Updated thoughts on the third. Oh, that's interesting.
Naruto, all of it.
After our last episode and shit like that. that. That's it.
Yeah, definitely got some thoughts we'll discuss at a later time there. But okay,
nice.
Sasuke, we see you.
All right, yep. All right, and the last bit of news I got is y'all seen the video on the Pokemon Ghost Dog? The shit that Pokemon decided to drop into people's feeds at 9 a.m. about a trainer going to the graveyard site, and they introduced a new Pokemon that the more you play around with the Pokemon, it zaps your energy, and it like literally kills the trainer. And I was like, so Pokemon's gonna drop this at 9 a.m. This kind of video?
Well, perfect season. It's Halloween, so it makes sense.
I know, but goddamn, I was like, damn, son, we killing trainers at 9 a.m. in the morning. All right, shit, because they gonna put the appropriate PG sounding around it. They're gonna be like, yeah, the person just got tired and passed out. No, I know what dead sounds and looks like. That motherfucker was dead on the ground.
Listen, they on Chucky time.
Facts. Y'all seen that video with Liv Morgan?
Yeah.
Yup, got her dream. Stabby. That shit was wicked.
Bro, Liv Morgan's been having a year so far, no?
This is her year. Money in the Bank, world title reign, and getting her iconic kill on TV. She's a horror queen and shit like that. That's crazy.
She living her best life this year.
Definitely. If you talking about happiness, that's look to her signs today, especially running her 8-year anniversary and shit like that, and getting her big picture on the Hall of Champions shit like that. That's a big accomplishment. That's shit you want to hear.
Yeah, she doing it.
Yep.
Hopefully she gets back into the title pick. Honestly, I haven't watched that.
I say as long as they keep a good story around her, it doesn't even have to surround about the title. Like, I feel like she'd get back to it eventually, but as long as they keep her in the main event spots and stuff like that and give her like quality stuff, then they can keep her around and she could be a main star, without the belt till the time.
Just don't send her back to oblivion.
Yeah, exactly. Don't like send her all the way down with some shitty gimmick.
I have a when do you think Charlotte's coming back? Because it's been a while.
Soon. After we saw the Extreme Rules that they did a 5-minute straight promo that you're like, so the date is, and then they just said nothing. I think the theory might be that she might be running with the OC though.
Maybe they're taking the Marvel route. We'll see a date.
Yeah,
by that. That's actually not a bad idea. You know what?
I mean, they need somebody to combat Rhea, and who's had Rhea's number before.
Ooh, you're right.
Yeah, but does Charlotte do you as a face? Because she feels more like heel, like her.
No, she's always heel dynamic, but it's dependent. Maybe they can flow into it or something like that. I mean, we'll have to see. The story cooks the story. Maybe Triple H wants something different for her because we haven't seen Charlotte under the Triple H regime in the main roster.
Yeah. So, and they can always turn her heel at some point.
And a return and remember, after a long-standing time away, your always return is always a pop.
Oh yeah, absence makes the font part. Yeah, that.
Yeah,
my bad. I butchered.
No. We got where you going.
Yeah, I butchered that fucking.
You're all good, man. You're all good.
Yeah, and both the women's champion are faces right now anyway. So
yeah.
No, I think Ronda's been doing a lot of like.
Well, she's going back and forth so constant because of her promos and whatever the hell she's doing. But she's doing an open challenge on Fridays. I don't know.
I see Ronda's the tweener. So
yeah, I mean she's gonna keep getting popped.
Oh shit! Wait, I might be home to actually catch that. We'll see.
I think it's supposed to be on FS1.
Yep.
Bro, don't even have that channel.
See. That's why I go through the link.
Good for you.
I can send the link. Shit.
Listen, you do what you gotta do.
I don't have cable, so yeah, I do what I do.
Do what you do.
Bro. I have cable, but I got like a limited channel, so I don't even know what, bro. Like, because my grandparents to have that old package cable vision.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
We have the move the antenna shit around and stuff like that. We be losing channel 5, so that's when I still gotta use like it's trouble when you don't have channel 5.
Oh, this is the most basic.
That's what I'm saying. But anyways, let's get into the stuff. It's time for the main event.
All right, Mark, I need to relax.
Yeah. You already know what time it's on. Main event segment, baby.
Listen, I'm like, can I get Mark Henry's job?
Shit, I've been trying to book it since the beginning of the podcast. So go ahead. So we on our guest episode today. We're going to do something different that we haven't done before, but this is the first playing around with it. We're doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 2, but we're doing a free chat of it today. So let's go into the free chat notes. And Lord69, Ryan, we got some questions about this season. So what we're covering is Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 2, specifically Battle City Tournament. So, all right. So, Ryan,
Nick,
I have about a couple questions here, and let's start with the first. So, what do you think people misunderstand about this season in general?
misunderstand about these.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's tough. Really, I'm trying to remember.
So, in general, to recap or get the mind flowing, because I got some notes surrounding this season in general, just to give like a highlight package of it.
Yeah.
We're talking about the beginning of this season started around where Bandit Keith, like I told y'all before, keep that in mind. Bandit Keith came back into the show under a masked persona, and we was wondering what the hell was going on. He grabbed the puzzle, and this was after the whole season 1 Pegasus Island tournament and stuff that. So we was reacquainted with Bandit Keith. He took Yugi to a secluded area because he had stole his puzzle, and he put it on the line. So Yugi was facing Bandit Keith by himself, and we was wondering what the hell was going on because Bandit Keith was acting different and whatnot, only to find out that Bandit Keith was the first person under mind control of a group called Rare Hunters, and he was under mind control of Merrick, trying to steal the rare Millennium item to him. So Yugi was battling Bandit Keith all alone, and he beat him in a serious duel that ended up with the cabin getting on fire, and he having to save both Bandit Keith and the puzzle with his friends finding out what happened after he was abducted and stuff like that. And that set the stage for season 2 and the whole Rare Hunters. We had the lady Ishizu talk to Kaiba to start the Battle City tournament, and that shifted everything. This is why this season was known as peak Yu-Gi-Oh, because we got the official rules where we had to come up with sacrifices. We had 4,000 life points where people could attack life points directly. We had the dual disc. We had all the cards and stuff like that. So to break it down in the easier passion, we had the Rare Hunters Seeker, who took on both Joey and Yugi. We had he was the guy with all the Exodia pieces. We have the Rare Hunter known as Pandora, who took on Yugi. He was the one with the Dark Magician, who was of different shade, the one that was in the red robe.
Fire color.
Yes. Oh, we gonna talk about that shit. We got Esperoba, who took on Joey, where he was trying to bring his confidence back up. Joey took on a string of old former villains after taking on the ESP brothers of Esperoba. He took on Weevil. He took on Mako Tsunami, and then at the flip side, Yugi took on Strings, that mime that had Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Yo,
and
that was like one of my favorite episodes.
Fire shit. We had Kaiba and Yugi versus Loomis and Umbra, who was on side. They was having that tag team duel on top of that roof. That if you lost, you'd fall through the roof and go to the Shadow Realm. That dude was crazy. Yeah. We had Joey and Taya getting mind controlled by Merrick, who they took on Yugi in a battle over the freaking ocean where they had their legs tied up. That was a crazy ass battle. Yeah. We had Mai versus fake ass husband, that guy that wanted to marry Mai before they went on to the finals. And then we had the finals that was the cross between Mai, Yugi, Bakura, Odeon, Kaiba, Joey, Merrick, and Ishizu. That turned into like Yugi versus Bakura, Joey versus Odeon, Kaiba versus Ishizu, Merrick versus Mai. Then it went to a 4-way battle royale that was Yugi versus Joey versus Kaiba versus Merrick. Then it turned into Yugi versus Kaiba and Joey versus Merrick, with the finals being Yugi versus Merrick. So that was everything of season 2 and Battle City tournaments and like the major ideas of big battle.
So my thing was, after everything that happened in season 1, how Yugi get jacked for the Millennium Puzzle right from the jump?
I bet you they was underestimating Bandit Key. Like the guy who ran up on him in a hood, and he didn't realize it was Bandit Key. But at the same time, this is the nigga who was pulling out blickies on people. He had a gun. This is a child.
Exactly.
This is a child.
I'm like, son, but you just went through all this drama and whatnot. Like, you got the chainer in the puzzle, but yet you let it get jacked anyway.
I think this was, but I think that's what prompted to get put on a better chain. I think it was on some string shit. That's why he got it jacked. I think
he had it on the chain in the first episode.
That's against Bandit Key?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he did.
Damn. Then that's a mess.
Bro, he irresponsible as fuck.
Son, yeah. And I'm just like, bro. I was like, bro, how? Why would you give somebody the puzzle?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't believing in like I keep saying, they keep underestimating Bandit Keith and his villainy, but it's just so funny because he was the first guy mind control, so I mean, he was already weak off the bat.
What a bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty fucking much. But I still think that duel got like that one set the stage to see how crazy the Rare Hunters was, because Merrick was willing to, like, when we talk about how like when we went from like Pegasus stealing people's souls and turning it into like a whole wacky tournament and shit like that set a tone. But the Rare Hunters took it to another murderous level, because the first duel that Yugi was in, they fucking burned the barn down and tried to set niggas on fire just to kill him so he could take the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle back to himself. I'm like, bro, you're wild.
Listen, Bakura was an ops right from the first episode.
Well,
like,
yes.
Yeah.
We knew Bakura was ops, but then at the same time, at one point in the season, he realized that he needed to work with Merrick. That's what made it 10 times worse.
ADS.
So yeah, going back to my original question, what do you think people misunderstand about this season?
Rules?
Yeah. Bro, I still don't know the rules, to be honest with you.
Honestly, that's what gets me about Yu-Gi-Oh! All the time is their show and the actual rules do not pan up, because there's so many times I got upset. Like, just speaking on probably the episode with Strings gets me the most upset, because every time I look up the rules for Revival Jam, it proves that he was bullshitting, because for Revival Jam to come back, you have to give up life points for that shit. And he was not doing that whole battle.
He dead, was it?
He dead, was it? Revival Jam.
Shit, I just really, you're right. I completely forgot about that.
I thought when I got Revival Jam the first time in the video game, I thought I was unstoppable. I was like, bro, I'm gonna put him in defense position and you cannot destroy him. Only you would find out that you have to give up 500 life points every time for him to regenerate. You're like, all right, he would have lost the battle way faster than that.
That's what frustrates me about the game. I was like, this is not what happened on the show.
4,000 life points, bro. You would have lost the game quicker. It's actually 8,000, big dog. Like, what's good?
Wait, didn't he gain? Wait, hold on. Didn't he gain up life points throughout the duel? Or
he kept drawing cards. He had a little backup thing that every time Revival Jam would come back, he'd draw 3 cards, and that's why he ended up losing, because he had that Slifer backup that every time some monster would regenerate on the field, he'd shoot it, and then he'd reform, and he'd have to draw 3 cards till he ran out of cards.
Nah, Merrick's face when he found that shit, when Yugi like flipped the script of him, he was like, the more he draws, the less cards he gets. And
he was bugging.
Bro, I still have that visual in my head. I'm like, damn, this shit was fucking hilarious.
But what's even crazier is looking at Merrick at the beginning of the season and the end of the season is wicked, because the one who controlled Strings and even going all the way to Joey, that one was the calm Merrick. When we got towards the end of the season, where he had like Broly hairstyle, when he released the actual demon that was living inside of his body, that Merrick was on a whole different level, you know, spitting incantations of summoning winged dragons of Ra, which is even a wilder story altogether. I don't understand why you gotta say incantations to summon a fucking monster card.
Listen,
Merrick, I know the reason for that.
That's still a cheat. Like, yo, Mai took in Mai's battle against Merrick, she almost won the battle because she got Raw, but the only reason she couldn't use the winged dragon of Raw is because she couldn't say the incantation. I'm like, that is bullshit.
Listen, that Merrick was Jay Uso, man. He tired of it. He like, I'm tired of this little boy. I'm tired of this stupid
he was definitely the hothead. He was getting headaches the whole season. He was like, nah, bro.
He's like, bruh.
Do you not remember his veiny forehead?
all the Rare Hunters are fuck Sami Zayn. Like, bruh.
Yes. They was super disposable. He took over Sika like there was no problem. The dude's Strings was dead ass a mime, so you could use him whenever. Pandora, when he faced Pandora, remember how that duel went? Every time you lost life points, there was a saw coming for your friggin' leg.
Wait, his name wasn't Pandora, his name was Arcana.
And remember, there's always 2 names for Japanese and English. So Arcana probably is the English name, and Pandora is the Japanese name.
I didn't realize we were talking like Mick.
No, yeah, it's whatever. That was what I got my notes. So he's got Arcana and Pandora, but at the same time, the saw's still coming for your leg though. That's wild.
That's it.
And my homie was talking to the dolls like, soon we'll be.
The reason he has a Mr. Freeze backstory. He did this for his girlfriend that got ripped away from him. Yo, these card games got mad serious for no reason.
Bro,
yeah.
Well, it was almost like 20 years later. Just realized it.
That's what I'm saying. When you look back in some of these seasons, you're like, wow, this is. He actually had a good reason for doing this, because like Loomis and Umbra, they just wanted money. Sika was a friggin' cheater. He put perfume on his card so he could find when the Exodia pieces were friggin' coming and shit. Like, some of these guys ain't had no motivations. Pandora / Arcana had a whole motivation.
They was turning it up in season 2.
Homie tried to pull an Eddie Guerrero with the line cheating and stealing things.
Yes,
with the Exodia card.
100%. I mean, friggin' nah. I still what wraps me up is with the Loomis and Umbra one, they battled on top of a mall roof where they tried to, and this was I think think this broke the immersion for me as a kid. They said if you lose this battle, there's a small bomb that blows up the top of the roof where you're standing on, and you fall all the way to the ground. And I was like, they said you fall to the Shadow Realm. I'm like, no, you fucking die.
Well, isn't that technically both?
I mean, they always called it Shadow Realm, but we knew it was hell.
Oh yeah, because you can't say hell in the kids' TV show.
Exactly.
Right?
I mean, hey, the Power Rangers back in '99, they didn't realize what was coming up. That's why they gave us that Stingwinger Kamikaze episode.
Yo,
they was wilding then. They didn't realize what was happening. Or remember, Time Force had to take a pause off their episodes because they had buildings being destroyed, and that happened in 2001.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you might want to.
It was literally around the season finale when they was absorbing up buildings and buildings was blowing up. They was like, well, we kind of have to hold this off.
Yeah, like ain't bad time.
This episode at all.
Yeah.
But definitely, all right. So we're gonna go for the rules for the first question. Second question is, what is your favorite memory about this season?
Oh God, I think we covered most of these, like most of my like the great ass memories, like
definitely. But do you have like one key one that you like focus on from this season?
I think it's when Yugi wins the Slifer.
Oh yeah. That was a game changer. I love that all three of the main people got the main stuff.
Yeah, that was definitely it. Like we'll be just talking about like when Yugi figures it out and just like after everything that happened. Damn,
definitely. Just the rule for Battle City Tournament where you defeat the person and you get their strongest monster card is such a wild thought. Like imagine just building your deck and you have your best card and shit. You got to put that bitch on the line. That's crazy. You fight for your motherfucking life one way or another.
Like my best card. Oh,
yeah,
man.
that takes everything into a super risk because you think you playing this game for fun and then niggas jacking you after you lose this battle.
I'm like, man, can I put one of Kaiba's blue eyes on the line? Dead
shit.
Bro, I think he did before he got Exodia and he still won. It's like not Exodia, fucking what's his name? Obelisk.
Yeah. I mean that was definitely the risk at one point, sure.
Yeah, you really think Kaiba would have given away his blue eyes? Hell no.
Not at all.
I saw something on Twitter where people was joking about it, but there was one part where I think it was when it was Yugi versus Merrick, and I think he threw him one of his blue eyes card, but everybody was ripping that plan to shreds on Twitter because there was like when Kaiba threw the card to Yugi, there was like imagine a gust of wind came and blew that card away. There goes that whole plan. Like he there threw the card with such vigor, and then you just imagine it's a windy day. Whew, there goes your blue eyes.
Imagine Kaiba just looking at his blue eyes flying away, like,
bro. And the worst part about it is Yugi. They always stressed how little the blue eyes is in there. I think they were saying there was like only like I think 5 in the world, and then Kaiba ripped that one that Grandpa had in season 1.
Oh yeah.
They always stressed that there wasn't that many blue eyes, and Kaiba had the most.
Yeah, look at Yugi, me and you.
The facts. He was doing that whole. That's why he mind crushed them.
Yeah, I actually still have my cards. So I don't remember if I put them.
Same here. I know it's somewhere in this house. It's probably in some boxes, something like that. But I do have at least like one day around.
I think I have the Yugi starter deck one sealed in that little plastic that it came in, but I don't have the box, bro. I don't think I'm planning on opening that shit up.
Nostalgia level, especially talking about this, but nostalgia level on high.
It's not even that. I like in terms of investment wise, that shit like you can get a pretty penny for that.
Yeah, especially if you have the rare and mint condition and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, you can use the heart of the cards to find your decks.
Well, there you go. So, next question on the thing. So originally, how did you discover Yu-Gi-Oh in the first place? Where was the first place that you watched? Like which channel?
I actually thought about this kind of question like a while back.
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to think, where the hell did I even find this place?
I think mine was the afternoon of WB, the afternoon light.
Yeah, that would have been it for me.
After school.
Because I remember coming back from school and Lightspeed was on. Apparently, Lightspeed was on like a WB5, and then I don't remember anything after. Like I will be completely honest, I don't remember how I got into this. Well,
I think it was either on that or Cartoon Network.
So for me, I remember your Power Rangers was on Channel 5. They were on Fox, and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh were on Channel 11.
Yep. I definitely remember it's Channel 11. If it wasn't Saturday mornings, then that was definitely like after school, like 3 o'clock or around 4 by the time I got home.
Nah, but I'll give you a quick personal story. Like so around third grade, I ended up I not really jumped off a small roof. Don't ask me why. But
Mick Foley style.
What?
Mick Foley style.
Oh yeah, of course. Hell in the South.
Yeah,
and I ended up breaking my leg, and then that whole summer, it's like really fucked me over. This was around the time of like maybe like right before school ended, or like we're talking maybe like May-ish, like around there.
Okay.
And all I remember is like going to the park that's by my house, and everyone's just playing what's it called, Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. And I already have my like cards on me, and like we were just trading. I actually remember when I was in the hospital, I'm like my mom's asking me, like, Ron, do you need anything at the moment? Can you buy me that
Yu-Gi-Oh bag? Yeah, I felt that.
It's like that tin. I forgot. It was like
yes. Oh boy.
Later, like
the tin.
Like,
or when you saw the starter packs, the starter ones with the famous cards. If you saw like the Kaiba one, or the Yugi with the Dark Magician, or Joey with the Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Yeah. She's like, bro, I vividly remember this like she's looking at me like, my guy, are you dead ass?
Dead ass? You broke your leg. You want some cards?
Nah, but like I tell you one thing. I think before I ended up, the thing is, before I broke my leg, I did like ballroom dancing, and we had a Halloween party. Hey. Bro, I kid you not, probably one of the best costumes I ever had was actually being Yugi. I had the old duelist from Battle City, and like the whole cape came and all that. And you know how there was
yeah,
you know how there was like that Fugazi wig, and then there was like that plastic they put on.
Yep.
I had the plastic hair. That shit was the best one out of all of them.
I feel you. I definitely feel you on the dual disc though. When I got my first dual disc, I was putting cards together on that shit. Oh, that shit was crazy.
You had both of them? You had the from Battle City and the is it season 3, the Battle of the Dragon, or is that season?
I think that's what the Sela Orichalcos and stuff like that. Yeah. Because they had like some side seasons and stuff like that, but the main was season 3 Dragon.
Yeah,
I only had the original Battle City one.
Oh, I know. I had both. That shit was they were pretty dope. I gotta admit, it's something that I can't believe I had. Just sucks that I think I got thrown out by that.
My dual disc was long gone. I do miss it sometimes, but like I think I messed that up at one point where it could like they had that button where it pulled apart and then it came together. I messed that shit up at one point. That shit was stuck.
You watched the button?
That shit the button messed up.
Bro, that shit used to hurt my hands as well because
it clamps together.
Yeah, that shit used to hurt like a bitch.
Yeah.
Nah, but it was. I gotta say, it was a solid weight. Wow.
Oh yeah, big time. You had to tie that to your arm and shit like that. You had the Velcro strap.
Oh yeah. If I find the pictures, I'm gonna send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Definitely.
Back when they made stuff with quality.
Yeah. That shit was tough. All right. So another question we have is, what do you think is the biggest low point of the season? What was the thing that you didn't necessarily really like about it?
I'll say maybe like I think in terms of storytelling, Yugi going and get Joey really hit home. Like
yes, they had a song for that shit specifically for that episode. They knew that shit was gonna be heat.
Oh yeah, like you know, like going like because you're still mind you, like, Yu-Gi-Oh comes out, you're still like we're talking like 8, 9, and you're just like growing up, and you have all your best friends around.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh now he's going against his best friend, so you're like, what if my friends train me or some shit like that? You like,
but the stakes of that shit is even crazier because they're saying, all right, if you lose this freaking card battle, one of you guys are gonna drown, and then if Yugi wins this card battle, they had like they had a guillotine or something over Taya. So if Yugi won, they was killing Taya.
Yeah,
I was like, what are we watching?
Listen, compared to the Japanese version, bro,
well, we don't really talk about season 0 because that wasn't even about card games. He was just straight trying to kill people with like actual games. Season 0 was a minefield. That's why they never brought that over.
Listen, they ended up changing a lot of things from Yu-Gi-Oh for the Japanese version, like
100%.
Card arts and like and all that.
Oh
like,
yeah, definitely.
Even the shows,
the shit that the Pharaoh was on in season 0, we would have never thought he was a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, you don't think there's reasons you could say the Pharaoh wasn't a good guy?
Well, definitely for season 1, I would say definitely that battle with Kaiba where he was afraid of him that whole time. Season 2 was okay. Where's the big time in season 2 where you don't trust Pharaoh?
Is it bald of me to say that I always trusted him?
I can say that, but there's a huge reason why you can't trust him, like kind of in season 1, because he was not afraid to like. Well, Kaiba was wilding then, but you know Yugi was afraid of the Pharaoh because of what he almost did to Kaiba by like beating him when Kaiba was like on his suicidal shit, where he was like, I either win this battle or I'm gonna lose my brother. And then in season 3, he like sacrificed Yugi altogether for him to win the duel.
I'll say, you know, if we're talking about season 3 and in terms of low points, that was one of the low points of I really.
Oh yeah. When he lost Yugi, that was crazy.
It was honestly it was crazy, but like it made me upset as well. Like, bro, you just dead ass like sacrificed half of your your half just for that card, and it's still. I tell you one thing: when I watch it now, it still irks me.
Yeah, that's an upsetting point for sure. But I don't think we really got that in season 2. Like there wasn't a big mistrusting the Pharaoh in season 2. Because I'm trying to think about it. I don't think there's a time where like we would be pissed off or don't believe he would be like kind of the hero or something.
Because I think like if you look at like if you want to compare, just say stakes of this question, season 2 versus season 3, the stakes for season 3 were much worse than this one, like than season 2. Yeah, you lose your card in season 2, but you lose your life essentially as a sacrifice in season 3.
I agree that it was a step up on because if you lose these battles, you legit lost your soul and stuff like that. But I feel like they was definitely ramping up to a more crazy like Saw-esque, like this was like leading towards like a children's version of Saw when it mixtures with the actual like Yugi battle. Like by season 3, there was legit just ripping spirits out of you like some ghost shit. But I think season 2 was like a playground for Saw. Like it was early Saw.
So just a little small side note. I think they're coming out with another Saw.
Yeah. I think they said the original guy is down to re-do his role. I think they're going back to that.
We'll see what's gonna happen with that. But yeah.
Yep. But yeah. So do you know any like I'm talking about like on a personal level? Do you feel like this season had any like low points to you?
Low point? I'm trying to think on it. Maybe like you could see like maybe like just little specks of it, you know, like with like Arcane losing the girl, like doing this for the girl because he was upset, and then.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about emotional low points. And stuff
yeah,
like
but I don't think there's like a lot of emotional low points.
I get it. I was talking more or less if there was like any parts that you felt like was slow.
No, I think it was actually a very good pace with a lot of stuff. It was a very good pace show. I'll tell you.
I feel the same. There was stakes and stuff like that. I feel like people had some strong points. Even remember the same dude that we was gonna talk about, which go into the next question, which is what's one of the best things. Which we're talking about the Joey versus you battle. They also had use for Joey's sister when she finally got back her eyes after the surgery and she jumped in to save her brother.
Oh yeah, I remember like that.
That was a big ass moment. She finally could see and she took it to friggin' swim and save her brother.
Yeah, like I remember, like I think I remember starting watching the season. Like she was already blind. That's when I'm like,
she just had the surgery.
Yeah, and all that. Like I don't remember any of the backstory and all that. But then up until
she was blinded. I don't know if she was blinded from birth or there was a situation that happened. But I remember that was the reason why Joey was in the first season tournament because he needed the money for the surgery. Yeah, but Yugi won and gave him the money, and then by the end of that season, she was working on the surgery. So going into the Battle City tournament, it was all a speculation on when she was gonna get her eyesight back and shit like that. And Merrick had goons, so Merrick had goons go to the hospital to try and kill her and Tristan, but Duke Devlin came to save them and brought them to the location. And then her first seeing anything was seeing her brother falling out to the ocean, so she jumped in and went to go save him when she finally got her eyesight back, which is even nuts.
Well, if you want to talk about nuts, about Tristan hitting on fucking Randy, that should have me weak. I should not.
Tristan and Brock is right here.
Oh yeah.
Tristan and Brock is right here. They mean you.
Listen, Merrick was like, it's on site with all of y'all. I don't care if it's in a hospital, on the street.
If you send goons, you are wildin'. Especially tell somebody in the blind hospital, you wildin'.
He's like, y'all all getting it.
Every single one of y'all.
That's cool. All right. So next question. What character from the show would you hang out with? Like your top person that you'd hang out with from the group, or like anybody from this season. Who would you hang out with?
I feel like Joey and I are essentially on the same level, like mindset.
Yeah. That boy got Brooklyn raids. You know he a New Yorker. Let's go.
100%. Like I don't know.
Joey, that boy. Joe.
He got that dog in him.
We knew he had that dog in him after that first battle where Seeker cheated and he used Exodia and he stole his Red Eyes Black Dragon. So the whole arc of his story was to find out that Joey was a good duelist, and that's when he started facing everybody. When he got Jinzo, it changed the game. Everybody knew Jinzo as the guy who automatically got rid of traps. That changed the game.
Oh yeah, Jinzo was actually one of my favorites. Like,
Jinzo was one of those rare cards that you wanted to get because you want a card that destroys all traps. That's A1.
Yeah. Plus the art on Jinzo is like phenomenal. That shit's
bro. He looks like something out of friggin' Hellraiser.
True.
The long thorny neck and shit like that. The evil scientist with a mask and shit like that, and he just automatically destroys traps. That's crazy. Yeah. He's actually reverse Hellraiser because Hellraiser comes out of a trap. Oh shit. They get 4D Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's go.
Yeah, this is
that's good. Nah, we would definitely all hang out with Joe, catch a beer with Joe.
Bro, the amount of food my guy, him and Tristan eat so much shit. It's just so wild.
We definitely have foodie adventures.
Oh yeah.
Oh, facts, definitely.
Sure.
Definitely.
About that. So next question: how do you think this season has held up between then and now?
Ooh,
like looking at it as a kid and now looking at it now.
Like, well, obviously when you're a kid, you don't know what the hell goes on.
The stakes and shit.
And all that. But I would still say probably like one of my favorite seasons.
It's definitely. I feel like it's peak.
I think I agree because with the amount, like you said before, the amount of duels that shit had, story, like all these different like monster combinations, all that.
Yep.
It was
the
peak.
Egyptian god cards. I still feel like those are some of the rarest cards that's ever come to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
The Egyptian god cards. Once they threw that down, that shit was like, yo, I need to get it now.
Yo, it's so funny that watching it as an adult now, the way you look at it,
it's completely different than when you were how you were looking when you were a kid.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Like, so you could even catch those little like side jokes of like.
I love that. I love watching old stuff back and be like, oh, that's what y'all was going on.
those for the adults. Like, oh,
that's what you meant. Oh, okay, I see you. I see you seeing you.
But still, it's just like even the stakes of these duels. As a kid, you're not understanding how nuts this shit is. Like somebody could really play a card game and just get their legs sliced off, like it's normal.
Like these people would die. We're like, oh, you could really die. Oh,
they was like legit dying, or they would just fake us out talking about some Shadow Realm shit. It's like, bro, these people lives are on the line. This started out with a children's card game, bro.
Like you'd probably looking like, yo, why would we agree to this?
Yeah. Why am I battling my best friend over an ocean with us our legs tied to an anchor coming down? And if I win this battle, my girlfriend over there is gonna get like freaking shanked or something. Like, what the hell is this?
Like, where are the authorities?
Yeah, where is the
what are the authorities in that? Why are the authorities in that?
Legit, what is the police in this shit? Because I've seen Kaiba take down gunmen with his card.
Like what? Like Bandit Key done pulled up with Blickies.
The pen is stronger than sword. Kaiba's card is
stronger than the gun. Remember in season 1 when he was dead taking out Pegasus' goons with his card? He was literally like slashing at him like it was a sword.
Oh my god!
Fucking giving paper cuts of doom.
I always wondered, like, what are the adults doing around here? Like, do they not realize what's going on about at the roof of the building? Like, bro, y'all hear all that?
Bro.
Wait, how old? Wait,
they were in junior high.
Oh my god.
They weren't even in high school. They were in junior high going through this shit.
Bro, you would even do this shit in junior high.
No.
I went to school, came home, like did my homework and watched like wrestling.
Bro, we in these junior high situations went home to go watch these junior highs put their lives on the line for the same thing we just playing on the playground with card games.
Yeah, like
where's truancy?
Kaiba must have paid him off.
I was like gonna say, I wouldn't be surprised if the Kaiba essentially paid off all the essentially law enforcement. It's like, all right, I run this city.
Yo, side note, y'all remember the backstory of Kaiba beating his friggin' stepfather to own his entire company in a card game? That's what I keep saying. Yo, card games are so insane in this show that they put fucking full companies on the line. Kaiba won it from his stepfather in a card game.
Promoting high stakes gambling.
That is
that ass gambling. It's a strategic gambling card game.
Bro, Yu-Gi-Oh had them nutty ass seasons and shit like that. That side season when remember the Big Five Corporation where all of them took over the bodies of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit like that, and they was battling against. Bro, Yu-Gi-Oh has some wicked ass seasons. Why are these big corporation niggas fusing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards to battle them for their bodies?
I'll say right now, I did not like that. That shit was like random. That was random as fuck. That was like a plug. It was like a season 0.5. Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. Because I remember watching like it on, I think it was on either Netflix or Hulu.
It cut in the middle of Battle City tournament. That's the problem. It was like right when the finals was happening. They did the side stuff that talked about Yugi. It was Kaiba and Mokuba's stepbrother, the green haired one that kind of looked like Kaiba.
Yeah, exactly.
That was messy,
bro. It was not necessary for that at all.
No,
like, I honestly had to watch. I think I had to watch that season just so I can get it finished with Battle City. I'm like,
yeah. Fuck this shit. Yeah, it goes right in the middle, and it's everything that's a filler.
Yeah, it was that's the definition of a filler right there.
Yep. All right. So next question. Okay, if you wrote a book about Yu-Gi-Oh, personally, what would you title?
How the fuck do you play this game?
Yeah. I think that's right on the money. How the fuck do you play this game? Because
they changed these rules up even nowadays. What the, like I remember like you're talking like 2016, 2017 around there, bro. They came out with this thing called like pendulum something.
Stop it. When we talked about after GX and when they went into 5Ds and they started talking about synchro and they went into pendulum and then they have Zexu summoning and they just keep going on from there. Especially us when Duel Masters came out and niggas was summoning like 5 beasts in one turn because of all these different summonings. I was done. I was like, nah, y'all cheat.
It's like I barely knew how to play this game. You want me to know how to play this game?
I'm still trying to sacrifice. My ass is being an old man trying to sacrifice, and these guys is out here chain summoning this by this from their graveyard, throwing stuff in their double graveyard, and then summoning this big ass monster.
Bro, like it shows wild. Like I think they still come out with shit like nowadays.
Yu-Gi-Oh's still going.
Still confusing it.
Even after shout outs to the creator after he passed away, you know, a hero. We talked about it last week. He went out there to save some kids that was in the ocean. He saved about like 3 people and then just caught away in the water and died. But like, man, they keep going and pushing the legacy further and further.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. After I don't remember if it was after season 3, but when the movie came out in like 05, that shit was fire.
Which you're talking about the Pyramid of Light?
Yeah.
That's the first time we saw the fusion of the 3 god cards. It turned into a Sphinx.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
That was weird.
It was random as fuck.
That was weird.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah, kind of. Egyptian god.
Yeah. I think I found I remember I got the DVD. Like I remember I got 2 promo packs. One when you actually buy the DVD from the store, and then when you actually go to the movies.
Yeah, they gave you a card when you go to the movie.
Yeah, fucking those were good old days. Like,
you could either get Pyramid of Light, the Sphinx, or that special blue eyes.
I know there's like a whole debate of just there's people who love the blue eyes, people who love dark magician. There's people who like red eyes. Yeah. That blue eyes, that view probably one of the best little
Peak
eyes.
Blue eyes, yeah, that shit had all the shiny white lights. I think it was like shining blue eyes and shit like that. Yeah. That shit peak.
But I think now they came like a second or third movie. Like
there was that one that recently I was working at iPic at the time when they came out with that next movie, the one where the Pharaoh had returned to face Kaiba after Kaiba was dead.
Oh yeah, that I'm just like, what the fuck?
That was when Kaiba said that was when Kaiba was so nutty with it. By the end of the movie, he uploaded his consciousness to the computer so he could follow the Pharaoh all through the dimension because he was still losing.
Damn,
Kaiba is peak insane.
That's an obsession.
Yeah.
That is
he uploaded. He created a battle program so specific to the Pharaoh that he would keep dueling him until he beat him, and he could only beat the computer one, and he would never get satisfied. So he has to upload his consciousness to follow the Pharaoh no matter where universe he is or whatever timeline he's gonna follow him so he can do it. So he finally defeat the actual Pharaoh. He is peak insane.
But I gotta say, like in terms of like graphics of that movie, it was like pretty solid.
Yeah. They updated it. That shit was fire.
And like the cards actually look like our cards, not like fuck their cards.
I think peak with that. So a few more questions. What's the most important thing that you've learned from this season?
That really nothing could stop Joey's and fucking Yugi's friendship whatsoever.
Facts. Not even fucking trying to drown him.
Yeah, it's like you're drowning. I'm drowning with you.
That's what it was. If it wasn't for freaking Serenity jumping in there, Yugi was definitely trying to do it.
It's like that old saying. It's like, I'll be back. Don't do anything stupid without.
Bro,
I'm taking all the stupid with you.
Facts. Or the old adage of the parents saying if your friends jump off the cliff, we join them. They are like, hell yeah.
Of course, yeah. My parents used to say that all the time. So he was like, bro, they're gonna jump off a bridge. I'm like, which bridge?
Fact. I mean, shit. I took it to another level. When my friends jumped out the plane for skydiving, I followed them just so.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit. That you can cap me out.
No. Oh, but number one thing you got to do after this podcast, or somebody going to send a link, is definitely the song that accompanied that battle though. The friendship song between Joey and Yugi. That shit was fire. That shit's still fire.
Okay.
That shit holds. I think
that might unlock even more freaking nostalgia for me.
Oh, 100%. The moment the keys start playing, you're gonna feel it. Take straight back. All right. So next question: how would you sell this season or this show for someone who didn't know about the show before? Like, how would you sell it to make them watch this season specifically?
If they like, I would say a very up and down roller coaster type story that involves like obviously the usual spiel, like laughs, heartbreak, and all that. This is definitely it. It's like nothing will make sense, but at the same time it will make sense.
Oh yeah, you'll feel attached to characters.
Exactly. Like
if you got a strong enough story to hold you and stuff like that, it doesn't matter what the premise is, as long as the story can hook you on all kinds of character relationships, stuff like that.
And you honestly look at it, like depending on who dueled who. Like like when Joey dueled
Esperosa, and the reason behind it.
Yeah, he like, but then you see the lesson that Joey teach him, and then everything's good with them.
They started out as cheaters because everybody thought they had ESP checking out the cards, but you realize he had like 5 different brothers looking at his damn cards, telling them the whole time what the hell he's about to play.
From like 3 blocks away, on the fucking 12th on the rooftop.
And then they caught him, and then at the same time they was trying to disqualify him from the tournament, but Joey said, "Nah, I'm gonna beat him on his own."
Yeah, and then you have the whole story with what's that dude from the aquarium? Why am I blanking?
Oh, Mako Tsunami.
Yes, like the whole story of that, with like in terms of what the cards meant to him and his father and all that.
Yep, that, and it was a big thing because in the tournament before, he was giving Yugi the work, so that was a big thing for Joey to take on somebody that was giving Yugi the work.
Mm-hmm. For real.
What else is there? I mean, you could say maybe Kaiba helping out Yugi in like regardless of how you feel about like your number
that
one.
That too. There was a Vegeta and Goku rivalry for sure, but then him trying to help out Yugi was a big cause because Kaiba was ready to die for shit. He was like, "Nah, I ain't fucking with y'all at all." Oh, can we talk about freaking Kaiba versus Joey, where Kaiba was the rich asshole that kept talking to Joey because he was poor?
Oh, bro, that's the definition of like towering over somebody.
That was classism at its fine factor. He kept saying this guy's idiot. This guy doesn't deserve to be a duelist. This guy's a poor.
Kaiba was just disrespectful.
Kaiba was running off the mouth.
He was the definition of a spoiled like rat.
Oh yeah, big time.
And the way his reaction when he saw Joey pull out all those cards that he would like, you get like essentially to make the map.
Yeah, when he got to the finals, he was like, "Nah, this guy."
Like that ass, like what the fuck?
Did Wheeler? Nah, you ain't with it. You ain't about nothing. When they had that 4-way dance, and I know Kaiba was trying to jump him.
Oh yeah, bro, that's so wild. Yugi was focused on like it was like Merrick, and then fucking Joey, Kaiba was focused on Joey. That shit had me
of
dying.
Course. If there was one person he was getting rid of in this 4-way dance, it was definitely Joey. He was like, "Weakest link gotta go, big boy. You going first." He said, "Got to go."
The weakest line, you out first, and then we'll talk about the 3 go.
Yep. But so my last question is, so what do you feel is like the best time to watch this show? And I'm talking about like time as in 2-way. Time as in like what time of day you think is the best time to watch this show, and then time as in what form of your life do you think is the best time to watch this, like as childhood or as an adult? And I'm talking about like for the first time.
So as a child, you can say you're watching, you're just all in awe about everything going on, because you're not like usually like I remember like for me wise, I was watching it and I'm just like I couldn't really pay attention to the story. I remember what was going on, but just the visual, the visuals,
the big spectacle stuff, like a big ass dragon like slice.
Exactly. But then as you get older, like I said, when I was like I watched maybe like 5 years ago, then you pick up on the story that was actually and you combine that with the visuals and all that. So I would say like and honestly, you can watch it whenever. Like if you're honestly like I don't want to say that on a lazy Sunday, or if you actually just want to have like a nostalgia weekend or something like that, and just remember your childhood, then you can just watch it like that. Like I don't even know if I want to watch it now, to be honest,
throw on season 2. I don't think there's ever a bad time to throw on like season 2 from start and watch it through, and then you want to see like an epic journey and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Peak Yu-Gi-Oh.
But you know the thing is also like for like you don't sometimes have to nitpick. No, I don't want to say nitpick, but you don't have to like watch the full season. You can still just watch episodes of the duels. Really
specific duels that you wanna check up. Yeah,
sure. Exactly.
And we have such a perfect level with it now, because remember back when we was kids, we had to wait like week in or week out, and there was so many episodes dedicated on duels. Now on YouTube, we have it in like a full pack.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if I want to watch the tag team with
Kaiba and Yugi versus Loomis and
yeah, like that, can just go on that. Like just the way of everything happened. To, like how Kaiba helped Yugi and all that shit. But if I want to switch to Yugi versus Strings,
the mime.
You get a Slifer, I'll get that.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you don't have to wait friggin' 5 weeks on end. I remember the Saturdays I was in a panic when Yugi was versus Strings, and you had to go week in and week out. Like by the third week, he was bringing out Slifer, and he was like, "All right, what the hell's gonna happen now?"
And the thing is, they would ended right as like, they really never announced like, will Yugi beat him or will Strings do it? They just let's stop and it's to be continued.
Bro, we always make fun of Dragon Ball Z about this, but honestly, a lot of shows did this shit. Yugi had us on budget all the time where people was about to pull out they rare cards, and then you gotta wait all the way till another week to see where this is going next or what strategy they're gonna pull out of their ass next.
Yeah, like you know what the crazy part is, like it would bring it back Power Rangers. Like
yeah.
I remember like Lightspeed and Time Force. Like you would watch like right after the end credits, and so like on the next episode of Power Rangers, like Lightspeed Rescue, and like they'll tell you just like a mini snippet of that. I'm like, oh damn, that looks hella fun. Like I can
definitely. I feel like sometimes like there was some stuff that Yu-Gi-Oh would do it. Like I don't know if it was attached to every episode, but there was definitely a little commercial at like during the end credits where WB would tell you, okay, like here's the scenes kind of for like next week.
Yeah, because either the crazy part is that if you missed 1 week, they would essentially just do a little like a little recap, the recap of like the first like 10 seconds or maybe 15 seconds. Right there. So we didn't really miss out on that.
Exactly. So that was all right. The last thing I want to say is, do you have any hot takes about that?
I mean, that's probably the best one out of all of them. That's not really. I don't think it's a hot take. A hot take maybe that Merrick's reasoning for all this was logical. Like he felt like he got screwed over through family.
Oh yeah, his backstory was fucked up. Being a guardian in that tomb and shit like that, and being taken over by the demon and the shit that was happening to Odeon. Friggin' they had to singe his face and the shit that he went through, and just that family in general was having a messy time because of the Pharaoh.
Yeah, like, but I honestly don't have any hot take. You like if there was, I can't honestly think if there was a hot take. Maybe if I watch it again,
I got a hot take. I think low key the true hero of this, even though that people obviously it was building up for Yugi versus Merrick, I think the hot take is the real hero of this season was Joey. I think Joey finding his way to the finals of the tournament and actually taking on Merrick, because if you remember when Joey faced off against Merrick, they had to pull some bullshit for Merrick to win because Joey was going to win. He had Raw completely out there, but the reason he lost the duel is because the Shadow Realm's pressure was so big that he passed out mid-duel. He was gonna beat Merrick.
I will agree.
I say low key he's the hero because the season started off with Seeker cheating him out of Red Eyes and he not taking it, so he had to prove himself as a duelist throughout the whole show, and he battled major people all the way to come up. So if we did see Joey versus Kaiba and he beat Kaiba and then went on to face Merrick, I feel like he could have been the true hero of it all, especially getting the revenge on Merrick for the mind control shit. Oh yeah, that shit would have been fire.
So let's try to understand this. The first Yu-Gi-Oh, the first season 1 was Yu-Gi. You can say it was Yugi's coming out party, right?
Yeah, because he was trying to get back his grandpa after what Pegasus pulled.
And then then we can say season 2 was definitely with Joey because Joey definitely, I don't know what see.
It was Joey's coming out party for being an actual duelist. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and just not like what's the proper term? Like a kickstand or something like that, or like I don't even know.
Like a punching bag.
Yeah. You say punching bag because like he was never given credit whatsoever. He just always
they was in season 1 they were pressing on the fact that he was lucky to win on his battle.
Yeah.
What people were saying was Joey's character is actually the audience learning as we go along. Like Joey was like a late learner to the card game, so they was always teaching Joey how to play the game. So he was essentially the character of the audience.
That's actually a very point.
Yeah.
That's when that's another reason. Like come to think of it, that's another reason why he's like who would you want to hang out with? Like Joey's
he's definitely the homie.
Yeah, like because he's essentially one of us. He had to do the same shit like what we do.
100%.
Bro, low-key, I don't think he still doesn't know how to play the game, just like us.
Well, if you put him into a scenario like what's going on today, Joey would have been like, "Hey, yo, what happened to the cards games?"
You guys want to know something was funny?
What?
So my brother has the holiday cards, and I was going through his deck.
Oh no!
And you know how we say everything ties back to wrestling? Well, in my hand, I have a trap card called Desperate Tag.
Not a hot tag, friggin' trap card. Is it trap card?
Yes, it's a trap card with the hot tag.
A hot tag trap card. That's crazy.
Here's what the card says. It says, if a face-up attack position monster you control is destroyed by battle, during damage calculation, you can reduce the battle damage from this battle to 0 and special summon 1 level 4 or lower warrior-type monster from your hand at the end of the damage step.
That's a specific hot tag. Yo, I can see the monster coming in with the charge effect, taking everything out. That's That's crazy. Love that. I love shit like that.
Oh man,
Everything always ties up.
Bro,
Everything
I used to put my cards in specific order just fuck with my brother.
Oh yeah, big facts.
Oh my god.
Set your shit in order so you had the best combos.
Yeah, oh my god. Even though I still fucked up with some of the combos, that's just I used to fucking cheat fuck out. That's all you had to do. Like if you knew how to cheat properly, you were in business.
Oh yeah. Especially if you had Exodia pieces. Oh, you was trying to work your whole deck around that shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, bro, I actually went to there was I have a Toys R Us by my house, and bro, they had a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament there. Like,
yeah, I went to a couple of at the Toys R Us near me in co-op as well.
Bro, I think I enjoyed the experience of seeing all these duels more than actually losing, because I think I lost in 5 minutes, maybe even less.
Bro, when I went there with so much confidence, because you never realize what the real world of Yu-Gi-Oh is like.
Exactly.
And then you walk in there and you like, yeah, I tried to play cards. They was like, that's banned. I was like, bro, I don't know what's going on. What do you mean? They only pull out the book. Yeah, this is part of the ban list. I was like, I'm so confused. What's happening?
Yo, that's wild.
Nah, bro. When I first went, my boy, two of my boys were actually into it before I got back into it with them. They told me, he's like, yeah, there's a whole list of banned cards. I'm like, excuse me.
When I found out Dark Hole was banned for dumb long, I was upset. I had mad Dark Holes.
Oh my god. I think Pot of Greed was also banned.
Pot of Greed was definitely banned. That was the #1 meme.
Oh, bro, yeah, I remember those memes. Oh my god. I think I still have a Pot of Greed meme on my old laptop.
Of course. That shit old as dirt. When it comes to original memes, that Pot of Greed is definitely one of them. Even niggas who don't play Yu-Gi-Oh know about Pot of Greed.
Oh yeah, because they were busy eavesdropping on people a conversation all the time.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
God, good old days. Holy shit.
Flashbacks, right? Whew.
Yeah, them tournaments, something else. But I mean, even when you going into Comic-Con, they still have a section up for all the people want to play different card games, and you'll still see it.
Yeah, actually, I think it was the first Comic-Con I went to. I saw that shit.
Yep,
that's not for me.
Right by the video games, and you saw people in lines and shit. You was like, oh no, nope.
Let me ask you this: if you had a chance to go back in time to your younger self with the knowledge of you know now, you think you'll be able to play the game, or you'll still fuck up?
I still get washed.
Them tournaments was another level I was not ready for. I would have told myself, hey, enjoy watching the tournaments.
Yeah, my brain isn't advanced like that.
Yeah, if I go back in time, I'm just gonna tell them these because have you guys ever in buying the packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, did you ever run across buying the fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards that they used to sell everywhere?
Yeah,
I would have been save your money from these fake ass cards.
Dude, you don't understand. My grandparents were cleaning out their table at their apartment over the summer, and in the one drawer was those fake ass cards. And I'm looking at these, I'm like, bro,
I did not believe that these was real.
It's so funny because I'm looking at this card now and I see the little holographic Yu-Gi-Oh logo at the bottom right hand corner.
Shiny bull crap and the fake ass effects that used to be written on there and everything. I'm like, why did I spend money on this?
Yeah, it's bro, you should just went towards go get tins.
Yeah, if there was any advice I'm sending myself, I'd be like, don't spend any of your money on these fake cards. Just save up to get these tins or something legit.
Now, you know what? Actually, I'm actually just remembering this now. Do you remember Blockbuster for for the holiday season? They had the whole it was I think it was what was it? I think it was either Buster Blader.
The Buster Blader tin?
Nah, it was it was not even a tin. It was
Buster Blader pack.
It was a box. You essentially got the mat. You got a couple Yugi's deck, and then you got Dark Magician, Buster Blader, and Dark Paladin.
Yeah, combo pack.
Yeah, I'm I saw that. I'm and I remember my aunt giving me that as a Hanukkah gift. Shit, I'm I love.
Bro, I had a place called Weekend Gift Stores that had so many different kinds of tins and combo shits that when I walked in there, I was like, I need enough money to just get these rare tins and shit like that. I was losing my mind, especially if a pack had a picture of an Egyptian god on it. Oh, I was trying my hardest.
I think I went to when I slightly got back into this. There's a store that my boys and I went to. Bro, I seriously not. I bought a hobby box set of the Battle City pack, and I ended up with so much duplicates, but I eventually found what I wanted. I'm oh yeah,
nice.
It feels great to fucking pull this shit.
Bro, I remember for the longest time, the Egyptian god cards, the legit looking Egyptian god cards that you seen from the actual TV show, they would say those cards wasn't the real ones that you could use, and then they came out years later with an official one. And then I remember when I saw saw, I think it was official Slifer, and then I found it on Amazon for about $3. I ordered that with the quickness. The nostalgia hit me like a motherfucker. They said you could play this officially during games. I was like, I want it. I want that Slifer.
So the ones like that had the colored back, you couldn't play with those, right? Those.
No, the ones that look like the legit ones from the TV show, they was like, no, you can't use those because those are like, they never really official made the Egyptian god cards, and then later on, like a couple years after, they would create one with different art, but they said those were the new official one. And then I found like they would have them separate, so I found Slifer on Amazon for like $3. I was like, okay, I want this.
Yo,
just for nostalgic purposes, I was like, I want the Slifer card. Bro, I know I still have it somewhere.
You saw that they came out with the anniversary of Kaiba's briefcase?
I'm not surprised.
Wait, did you see it or no?
I didn't legit see it, but I'm not surprised they would do that.
So I actually saw like clips of it and like pictures. So it's an actual size, it's an actual briefcase. You pop that shit open. It has 3 blue eyes in a little like sealant thing like for display. Then you take out like the styrofoam and they have a shit ton of cards with spacers. So you essentially can make the way he had his briefcase in the show. That should cost like a pretty penny though.
Of course it does. It's a Kaiba briefcase.
Oh yeah. I mean, listen, if somebody really wants to cosplay as Kaiba,
yeah, 100%.
There you go.
Oh, you gotta have the briefcase to that point.
You need that and his crazy ass friggin' helicopter that Can we talk about for a second how the season 2 like ended after the battle that Kaiba said, I'm done with the island, I'm gonna blow it up. Like after the tournament was over, he was like, I'm done with this island. If you guys can get off, it's on you, but I'm blowing up this island in like 5 minutes. I'm like, bro, are you nuts?
Bro, you know what you call that? You call that fuck you money because bro,
yeah,
like he had so much money that he does like, you know what? I like feel like blowing shit up right now.
It's not even just fuck you money, it's petty money because he was like, I didn't win this, so I don't care about everybody else. Unless you get on my helicopter to get out of here, you're going to die. You're going to die.
Wait, no, hold on. He wasn't. Was he in his helicopter or was he in the Blue Eyes jet?
He was definitely. He told everybody to get on that little helicarrier island that took them over to the said island. But then after he lost, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be petty and blow this place up. I don't know if he was on it or on his separate shit, but he was definitely saying
he wasn't separate. Cause I remember like everyone's just like because he was waiting. Everyone was waiting for him, and then they just like left. And then as you see like all the smoke clears up, you just see him with his like ego self and with Mokuba saying "catch you later," just flying on that Blue Eyes jet because like you know he has to.
Yeah, Mokuba has been through. We ain't even talk about Mokuba. Nah. That child been through some shit and through some level of abuse from his brother.
Major PTSD.
Oh yeah, Kaiba love Mokuba, but it's a tough love as fuck.
Yo, Kaiba, let me hold a mill real quick.
Yeah. Oh, please. But I mean, he don't fuck with the pause.
Oh no, it's like you won't touch my brother, but fuck you, Mokuba. Fuck out of here. Don't touch.
Pretty much. Yeah, he my punching bag. But if you steal his soul, then I'm gonna come after you, my little brother.
He look at Mokuba like.
To be fair, I do shit to my brother.
See,
like, bro, like even to this day, I told my brother to fuck off, and like 5 minutes later, like nothing ever happened.
Exactly.
I could see Kaiba talking about yo Mokuba, you smell pork.
If he wasn't his brother, man, it would be a whole other mess.
You'd be like Joey.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty freaking much. But yeah, y'all, that's. I mean, in a general sense, do you guys have any final notes about season 2 in general? I think we covered a large roundabout on everything and how we feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, we can extend it to season 3, but that's gonna be for different.
Yeah, we gonna have to say that for a different time because this one definitely situated around season.
Yeah, no, but I said like it really was a good season. Can't deny it. Like
100%. We could definitely agree that it's definitely one of the things that would pull everybody to Yu-Gi-Oh for sure.
Oh yeah,
definitely. All right, so that's closing on the book of free chat for Yu-Gi-Oh 2. Definitely sure that was fun. All right, so just giving a little preview to the next time me and co-host is on the review episode. We're gonna be doing a Shada Kurosake anime review. We're gonna be doing Cyberpunk Edge Runner episode 1 and 2. Good with that, co-host?
I don't know. For all these shots of Kurosake, I'm kind of tipsy.
This like I said from before, it's dealer and guest choice. So I don't count that as a thing. I don't count that as shot of Kurosaki. I count that as a guest. It's just all the guests are picking anime.
And I'm mad at it all.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so we are doing Cyberpunk. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because it's funny because after that it looked like we're gonna be hopping back into more anime with next because we're doing Black Clover. Shit's gonna be. We're gonna take a lot of shots for a while, y'all.
All right, I'm throwing down my desperate tag trap card.
Yeah. Yep. So, before we start plugging our socials, do you want to plug your social, Ryan?
Yeah.
Want anybody to follow you or anything?
I mean, you guys can plug me. I have no problem with that.
Well, throw out your Instagrams and stuff, man.
What's my name again? Oh.
See, exactly. I was like, I don't want to do it.
Instagram is Ryan RYAN _ like fuck last name. I shit you not. Twitter, I think it's just at RQ. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. You got any projects you trying to work on or anything anybody can catch you at?
Project wise, probably the biggest project is probably working on myself, trying to get my life into
respect.
Shape.
That's a flex right there. I like that.
That's the ultimate project.
Yeah,
the constantly going project. Listen,
yeah, exactly. Work on myself a little bit.
Fuck with that, sure. That's up. But all right, so you can message us or you can say any comments and concerns at blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook and Instagram at Blerd By Nature, Twitter at Blerd By Nature, nature spelled NRE. Co-host hit us YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube by searching for Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yep. And then we got dropping soon. We still working on that Vault episode to drop soon.
Yes.
All right. Got that cooking up, guys. It's officially the 1 year anniversary of us posting out now. So this podcast has officially hit 1 year officially of being out there. So shout out to that. Sure.
I feel honored for being the 1 year.
The 1 year guest. Yeah, big facts, man. You was there for the talks of around the original starts, and we happy to finally have you as a guest on, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, boys.
Yep. All right, so we any last notes from anybody before we hit the outro?
Take us home, co-host.
All right, thanks for joining us. There you go. Thanks for joining us today from Black Thought to Nerd Proud. This is Nicholas to go with the flow,
and I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
Ryan,
Lord69 over here.
Hey, and this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. Peace.
Till next time, everyone. Thank you for listening.